Hey guys, Technomentary here with a video for you guys to show you guys how to buy cheap electronics, specifically iPhones on eBay. So if you guys aren't familiar with my channel, I do a lot of unboxing and review of cheap electronics that I buy from eBay and Amazon, specifically smartphones. So we're going to show you guys how to find the cheapest deals on ebay.com and what to look for. Some of the do's and the don'ts whenever you're looking at a listing, some listings that you want to avoid and sellers you want to avoid, and then also the ones that are good that you should buy from. So make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're going to be doing a lot more videos in the future, also giveaways on iPhones as well for you guys, so you guys can enter the contest to win those. So right now I'm at ebay.com. eBay is similar to Amazon. I generally find eBay to be cheaper than Amazon, and for some reason, I always go on eBay before on Amazon to buy electronics. So here I'm at ebay.com. I'm going to go or into the navigation here. When you go to eBay, you'll see this home layout here, and then up top is the navigation. I usually go to electronics, but there's other categories you can buy as well. Once you do electronic, you'll notice there's top categories, which is camera, cell phones, smartwatches, and accessories. There's computers, laptop as well, or iPhones if you want to go straight there. So we're going to click on cell phones, smartwatches, and accessories. Once you click on there, you'll notice each time they change up these layout, but here it's saying, up to 50% off on TVs, phones and such. And then once you scroll down, you'll see there's shop by categories. You can shop by iPhone, Samsung phones, unlock phones, smartwatches, and then accessories such as AirPods and whatnot, and wireless charging. So we're gonna do iPhones since this is a video to show you guys how to buy the cheapest iPhones online. So we're gonna go click on iPhones here. So once you click on it, it'll take you to this shop by iPhone model layout where you're gonna have, all the latest iPhones up top here in big screen. So you can select one of those to browse through those listings. Or you can do is actually, if you're looking for older model here, you can go down here on the side where it has the different filtration that you can do if you're looking for older models or any of the models here, specific storage size, network that you want to do. I'll explain why this is important later on. Also, you have new, or if you're looking to buy used. Usually, I buy a lot of used ones because I find there's much to use, and new there isn't much of a difference whenever you're buying. So here, as you can see, I can select any of these models, or if I can just scroll down, you'll notice there's listings here. As you can see, this one's the iPhone XR, iPhone 7X, and such many more, iPhone 8 Plus, iPhone XS, and whatnot. So here I'll show you guys what is a good listing you should buy from. Here I'm scrolling down. I'm looking to get an iPhone X, right? If you're looking to get an iPhone X, click on a link here. So on eBay, there's lots of third-party sellers. eBay doesn't generally sell product itself, so it relies on the third-party sellers to sell on their platform, and they make a fee off of it, just similar to Amazon's model. So once I click on this, you'll notice this is the listing, and then we can here click on see details. Once you click on see details, we'll get down to some of the key components that you want to look at when you're looking at a listing to buy a phone. So this is the iPhone X 64 gig black unlock, which means it'll work on most carriers. For that, it's not bound to a specific carrier. And then A stock means the condition of it. A stock is usually an excellent condition phones, which is awesome. And then you'll notice right off the bat, here's some seller information. This is what I was talking about, third-party sellers here. This seller, as you can see, has a 99.1 positive feedback, which is excellent because you want to buy from sellers with 95% or more positive feedback. And also this number is important because that shows that the seller has sold a lot. So this is over 78,000. So this seller has been around. We can also click on this profile to see, when this seller joined. So he's been an eBay member since 2004. So that's almost, 16 years of selling on eBay. So he's definitely trustable. And as you can see, he has over 24,000 positive feedbacks and 193 neutral, and then just 191 negative. These are usually around, like, if shipping is delayed or something like that, people get a little antsy, but we don't have to worry about that. And you can also look at this seller's other items. So it looks like he sells a lot of phones and whatnot here. So I think he's a good seller. Let's go back to the listing. So this definitely is a good listing here. As you can see, they also sold 81 um, units as well, which means this person definitely has stocks of them that he's selling. But these are in use condition, as you can see right here. It says the condition, and then you can buy as many, the quantities here. And then you'll notice that the prices here, with there's an option for financing if you're looking to do that, and you can pay monthly of $33 for 12 months, which will equal to it. There's also protection plan if you're really interested in getting that. But you'll notice that here there's a return policy where you can return the phone if you don't like it within 30 days, which is neat because if you find out there's an issue, usually with these phones there really isn't any issue, but if you don't like it for some reason, you can always return it. They give you prepaid label as well. Other thing to notice is shipping. Shipping here is the same, fast and free. That's awesome because you don't have to pay for shipping. It shows you the location the item is coming from. This one is from from Waterloo, in the United States, which is good because we don't want to buy from international. We can always contact the seller. If you see on this side of seller information, there's also contact seller. So those are the main things you want to look at in a listing. And then the next thing you want to do is go down to the description. So this is important to thoroughly just read over this. As you can see, the seller saying it's 100% original, genuine iPhones, high quality, and fast shipping. And he's saying because this is going to be iPhone X, this is a black edition in this listing, which is with 64 gig, and then it's the unlock one, like you mentioned. And here it says a little description of the condition. The iPhone is in new condition with minor sign of usage because of being a used phone. There's going to be really a little small here and there, maybe marks in some cases, but usually generally they're in great condition. And as you can see, this is a clean ESN and unlock, which is awesome because it means that this ESN isn't blocked and you can use it on any carriers and it's unlocked. And you also see what comes with here. They're only including the phone, no charger, which you can get a charger for under $10 on eBay, or if you go in the store, you can always get one for the Apple store for like $29. And there's also other details you can read, and then how you can pay using PayPal, credit card, debit card, e-check, even I think eBay gift card as well works as well, and then the shipping component, and then of course it's saying 100% return if you're not satisfied with it as well. So once you're ready to buy, simply you collect the quantity and add that buy button, and then you want to buy on the eBay platform, so that way you're protected, and this way you can do put in your credit card information and whatnot, and actually purchase it. You'll have to create an account if you don't have an eBay account as well. So this is a good listing, good seller. We looked at all the components. And also one thing else to note is that it is fully functional. So I usually generally buy only fully functional phones because I don't want to deal with phones that have issues. And they do all the testing for you. Most sellers, test everything for you. So it's not like, you'll get scammed. That's why I usually like to buy with sellers that are selling a lot of them, because that means they're selling in bulk and they are like a legit seller that are selling certified kind of used phones. Let's look at another listing. So this is a good listing with a good seller and everything. Here I'm gonna scroll over to the next tab. As you can see, this is iPhone 11, 128 gig, going for $748, which is a bit of savings than you pay in the Apple Store, and it's in new condition. As you saw, previous one was used condition, and this one has also different color selection we can do here. Also notice that this seller sold over 15,000 units on eBay, so definitely has a lot of phones that he's selling, or especially on this listing. And you'll notice here he has close to 30,000 feedback, and all of them has been kind of 100%. We can always click on it and look at that seller again. We can also contact them. Here again, shipping is fast and free, and it guarantees within, when it will become. Usually it comes even earlier than that. Payment options, and then the 30-day standard return. Most sellers will provide somewhere between 30, 60, and 90-day return. So you'll look at that detail as well. And then we go down to the actual description of the listing here. As you can see, this is actually a phone that is, as you can see, it's a brand new, never opened, factory seal, 100% original from Apple, and they're not bullshitting you or anything of that nature. So that's awesome, a great seller. Again, you can buy from here. Let's move on to this one. You'll notice this one, it's a used one, iPhone 11, 64 gig unlock. And with unlocked phones, like I said, you can use it on any carriers. Here you have the color option, and then you'll notice the option for grading. So this seller is selling new and then also used ones in great and good condition. I would stay away from fair condition. Usually I don't like to get any of those. And then excellent condition obviously is great as well. So stay away from like fair condition. Once, as you can see here, he has over 35,000 feedback with 99.4 positive feedback. Awesome. Again, I think a seller I bought from in the past, great seller. And you can see here he sold 22 units and has 10 available in new condition. Again, fast and free shipping, 30-day return policy, and then here the more description about the listing and what you're going to get. Here you'll notice this seller actually has grade description as well, what kind of phone you can expect to get whenever you get these different grading. So you can go down and read those description. Here, let's move on to the next one. This is the iPhone 8 Plus. This seller, as you can see, has over 142,000 feedback. So he's been around, and that's almost at a 99.9 positive feedback. Again, excellent seller I would buy from because we can see so much feedback, positive feedback. And also, you'll notice with this listing slightly different. They only have right now gray here. They ran out the other ones. You'll notice if you buy in bulk, they give you a little discount here. He sold over 477 units as well. Same thing, fast and free shipping, 30 days, return policy, payment option. And then if you go down here, he has his own description you can read through and some of the things that they provide. They're saying excellent customers service, over 9 year in business, fast and free shipping. Again, great seller again, and all the details you can look at. If you're ever unsure of if a phone will work on your carrier, always reach out to them by hitting that contact button, and they'll usually get back to you with that detail here. So these are like great listings to buy from. As you can see, they're decently priced, and sellers with great feedback. Now we're going to show you guys some of the other things that you do want to avoid. These are like the sellers are listing. They might be great sellers, but usually generally I stay away from them. So it's my preference. So we'll look at this listing here that I have up. As you notice, this one, the condition is for parts and not working. So this is the iPhone 11, and it's also iCloud. So that means it's locked to some account, and it's pretty much useless unless you know how to fix that. And if you're looking to solely to fix, you'll see this is for iPhone 11 under $300. But because it's for parts and not working, that's why they're selling it so cheap. I would stay away from them because I don't like to fix phones or do any of that. I just want a phone that I can use. You'll notice that although this seller might be a great seller, but he also is listing that he's not doing any return, which for me is a no right off the bat because for parts, phone, listing, and then he also has some information here. Seller I would avoid, but could be a great seller. Let's move on to the next one. Here you'll notice this phone, this person is selling. He's doing an auction type where you could buy it iPhone X here, 64 gig for Boost Mobile, so it's not even unlocked for $157, but it's for parts and not working. So there's going to be issue with the phone if you're buying it. That's why it's put at the price that he has. Also, you notice the seller must be new because we know that he has a zero feedback, meaning he probably has never sold yet. So I would personally stay away from him. Could be a great seller, but again, I don't like to buy from sellers without any feedback. And as you can see, if we go down here, we have to pay for shipping. Also, he doesn't even, or he or she doesn't even accept returns. Again, it's a no-no for me. Let's move on to the next one. Here, this seller again is selling. This one you'll notice it has AU, so I'm in the United States. This seller is selling in from, I believe, Australia is AU, what that is. Yeah, Australia. Usually I generally avoid international sellers as well because, I like to buy things in the United States because that's where I'm based on. So if you're looking to buy it, usually try to buy it from your country. So, but this one is selling this seller, as you can see, must be new as well. No real feedback. Sellers I would avoid again. I don't know them, or so they could be a great seller, but I would avoid them as well. Let's see if we have any other listing here. As you can see, this listing here. This one is an auction type, so what you can't really buy it now. I mean, looks like it's a for parts and not working. So this is iPhone Pro again, something I would avoid. And then I don't generally buy auction phones. I like to buy ones that you can buy right away. Also, another thing to avoid are what's known as, if you're looking to get a phone that's working, here this one listed, but as you can see, it says block IMI. Usually I like to avoid those because there's some issues with the phone and you won't be able to activate it. Let's finally move on to the next one. This one, as you can see, it's iPhone 11 Pro 64 gig. But as you notice, this is a finance phone. Phones, that means that it hasn't been paid off. I usually avoid those. So phones that I usually avoid are iCloud, bad ESN, blocked IMI, finance. Those phones I usually stay away from, and anything that says for parts are not working because then there might be issues. You need to fix it. I don't like to do those. Usually, if the seller isn't providing any kind of return, I won't buy from them. So those are my general like to do the don'ts that you want to kind of avoid whenever you're looking at listing. Other than that, those are good. And usually I avoid sellers that have only one selling. I usually like to buy from listing that has multiple selling. So hopefully this kind of help you guys. So if whenever you're buying, make sure whenever you go to, navigate to the cell phones, you can look around, see which one fits your criteria. If you're looking for Samsung phone, of course Samsung. Browse through them, thoroughly read them, and then check everything before you actually hit that buy, and you won't get, you shouldn't get scammed or anything like that, and you can generally find really good deals on eBay. Hopefully this video helped. If you guys have any questions, leave them below down in the comment. Also in the comment, let us know what phone you currently are using, or if there's a phone that you're looking to buy, and check out the link in the description as well that I included directly to the discounted iPhones that you can find on eBay. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you thought this video was helpful, and stay tuned for our next videos on some of the giveaways we're giving. Thanks for watching, guys.